Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rathlin Island. Oh shit, it's not Rathlin Island now, is it? We're on Emerald Coast. Well, at any rate, welcome back. It's gonna pick up the bales that we finished baling last night, and get doing some work. So we were scheduled for the Valley of the Old Farm tonight. But, well, we got wet crop condition over there. So we're just going to have to wait it out. So while we wait it out over there, we're going to be over here. Got another wheat field to harvest. Got a couple fields to turn around, plow, and cultivate and fertilize. And seed at some point. We're gonna store these over here at the pig farm. That's where we're gonna put these. Let's see if we can't maybe get these off the field tonight before we go and turn in for the evening. This is our second load of straw bales we would have picked up. Right. And we're going to store them right here. Let's see, where is it? Wide unload. It is indeed wide to unload, and they should just vanish on us. Poof. There they go. Put 54 bales in a stack over here. Johnny, I did. Only because we were supposed to be on the Valley of the Old Farm tonight. Because our crops came ready to harvest. But we had a darn rainstorm last night on Valley of the Old Farm. And we got a wet crop condition. So I was going to schedule the Valley of the Old Farm stream earlier today. So everybody knew what was coming up. But it was wet crop. So I kind of been holding off, checking on the server every couple hours to see if crops dried out, and they never did. So I basically punted on that and moved over here to Emerald Coast about 15 minutes ago. Figured if it's not dry, it's not going to be dry in 15 minutes. So better go ahead and come up with something else to do. And I figure it's probably going to be a bit of time before we're back on the Emerald Coast. So I thought maybe it's best that we kind of double up. So tomorrow we'll be on the Valley of the Old Farm. Because we got a couple days of sunshine scheduled. So we should be able to start our harvest. So that'll be Friday. Starting on Monday. Hey Darren, so Monday we are going to be doing our live field and industry auction on Hoff-Bergman. So the official start of the Hoff-Bergman economy map multiplayer is going to start on Monday. Around 9 or 9:30 we're going to do a live auction where the players on the map are going to basically bid on their fields and bid on their businesses and everything. So that'll be the official start of that. So that is the plan for Monday. We'll probably be on that map on Tuesday, or no, maybe not Tuesday, but on Wednesday for sure next week, which is July 4th, by the way. So we'll probably be on Hoff-Bergman on Monday the 2nd and the 4th as we start prepping the fields that we bought if we were able to buy any. We've got, I think, 8 players on the map doing their thing, and 24 fields, 5 grass fields, and a whole boatload of businesses. I've given everybody $1.5 million to finance their endeavors. That includes buying fields. That includes buying businesses. And it includes buying equipment. And if they happen to buy an animal farm, it includes buying animals if they want to start out with animals right away. Basically, they have $1.5 million to fund all of their ventures. Let's go ahead and put our bales here. And presto. Alright, let's figure out why these bales didn't pop into place. There we go. So we've got 24 bales in here. So this is the bale stack placeable mod. That's over at moddingwelt.com. So Farmer Andy took GTX Andy's bale storage building script and put it into this placeable stack option. And well, that's sweet. Sweet, Darren. So we have in here now placeable bale stacks. We've got a bale stack for straw. When it's full, it gets this tarp over it. Hay, we're not going to use that, obviously. Grass. Got a silage bale stack, and then we got square bale stacks. Square bales, buddy, they hold 180 bales. Holy cow. But these only hold 54. And those are over at Modding Welt, thanks to the farmer Andy. He's also the craftsman of Hoff Bergman. Oh, they won't cover until they're full, and they don't actually exist. So they're basically stored away. They're visually there with collisions, but they don't actually exist. You see, if we walk up here, we never get the hand grab. We can't do anything with them. If we go here and we cause one to spawn, there it is. You know, we can move it around. Pop it back in there. So they don't degrade. As far as season's concerned, they don't exist. It's basically the exact same thing as the bale storage buildings by GTX Andy with LS Mod Company, except Farmer Andy has gone ahead and just put them into a stack. It's the same placeable that's on the new Churn Farms. So we got our harvester stuck in the mud, trying to get it over to the next field. Let me see if I can get this thing going. Hey, Adam. Not yet. We're still stuck. Okay, well, let's go ahead. There has not been an update to Emerald Coast? No. Are you having some issues with it? Let's see where we are now. 30% moisture. Let's see. Can we get going now? I can use the winch on the map, yeah. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. You're stuck again. No. It's okay. We got other stuff to do. The winch is up at the it's up at the forestry area. I can't use it at the moment. We used it before. Oh, on the harvester? No. If I had the maybe the tow bar mod in, I might be able to do it. I don't have that in. All right, let's see here. All right, we're gonna put a layer of fertilizer down. Just don't remember stuff. Oh, it's not Adam. This is a mod. So the mod that I'm using is called a unit conversion mod. It's over at American Eagles Modding, and it converts things to American units. So we have gallons for fuel and for liquid stuff. We have the field sizes listed in acres. We have the sell points selling in bushels or cubic feet or pounds. The prices have been converted over from thousands, price per 1,000 liters to price per bushel. The field sizes have been switched over to acres. Storage capacity is now listed in bushels. Now, there does appear to be a conflict with the Graze mod and the unit conversion mod. The Graze mod doesn't want to. The Graze mod doesn't seem to want to fill the trough anymore when I've got the unit convert mod in place. So that's something to be aware about if you're going to want to use that. I don't know why hay is not measured in pounds versus cubic feet, other than the fact that on the prices screen, that is always the price for loose. Remember that. On the prices screen, it's always the price for loose hay or straw. Now, the bale was cubic feet when we made the bale. That is correct. So I don't know if there's a way to go into that mod and modify it. There might be. I haven't dived too far into that mod, other than turning it on and kind of liking how it looks. I just don't like the fact that the Graze mod isn't working with it. We're going to do a little bit of field work and see if maybe we can't get that harvester free of the mud here in a little bit. Give the ground a chance to dry out a little more. Hey, Aussie Medic, what's up? Oh, we never sold hay by the pound. We just sold hay by the bale. Because depending on the type of hay, it would be, different weights. Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't looked into the mod to see if there's a way to basically swap out units, and everything. That's pretty funny, Rob. So I was going to bring you an alternate farming game tonight, but the game didn't want to work for me very well. I was in it earlier playing around with it, and oddly enough, the character always wanted to run down. With me not touching anything on the keyboard, not touching anything on the Xbox controller, it always wanted to run down. I can make it run north or up by holding the up button, but as soon as I let go of the up button, it would turn around and run down. So that made it kind of hard to explore and do the work. So we'll come back to that one once we kind of figure out what's going on with that. I also picked up an interesting tank, World War II tank game, Panzer or something. I still need to mess with that one a little bit before bringing it in. It's not in the mod hub. It's in American Eagles Modding, and if you just go to American Eagles Modding and you scroll down on their homepage, it should be listed as the most recent upload. Probably have forgotten to put it in the mod spreadsheet if you're talking about that. If I did put it in the mod spreadsheet, it would be under scripts. This is where we're doing some plow testing with that John Deere plow that's really a cultivator. On up. Get on over here to our tractor and get him started. Since we've got the chopped straw in here and we put a layer of spray down, we will be at 2 stages of fertilization after we oh, we were already opened. We had 2 stages here. I'll drop this down here and hire the helper. Do my plowing here on the field. Looks like I'm straight. That's good. So Beth is going to do our plowing for us. In game, it's using cubic feet for grass. I think what genetic is saying is that it would be in poundage. I don't know. You would feed what? Your cows eat how many pounds of grass a day? I mean, like, how much they eat per day, wouldn't that be maybe in, like they eat a 1/10 of an acre of grass a day? Be more of defined as a space, as an area. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how you would modify the Graze mod to make it work. We don't want to get too much in the middle. of this mud pit here. I was trying to drive way over here close to the field where I could keep at least two tires out of the mud. And I was doing a pretty good job. Then next thing you know, the harvester just took a left turn. And I was like, whoa, wait, whoa. And I never could get it back. It just got stuck. Hey, Fabio, what's up? I'm hoping to get this harvester out of the mud. That's what I'm hoping to do. Well, you can see at least the harvester is just two-wheel drive. We're getting closer. Hey, Haggard Farms, what's up? Doing kind of a pop-up stream on Emerald Coast because we're going to be, it's going to be a while before we get back to this map. We got harvesting to do over on the Valley of the Old Farm. The only reason we're not over there harvesting right now is we've got a wet crop condition. Well, that's no good. Paint on your teeth. And once we get done the Valley of the Old Farm, the harvest, we're going to be starting up Hof-Bergman on Tuesday or Monday. Monday next week, we're going to start Hof-Bergman with an online auction. We're going to stream the auction where we sell off fields and businesses. And Wednesday, we'll probably be on Hof-Bergman plowing up and prepping fields. So it might be a week or so before we're back on Emerald Coast. So I thought I'd double up. Did you activate it? Because all I did was activate it, and it just made everything. It converted everything. I didn't have to do anything. If you jump in a tractor, do you see gallons for fuel? Yeah, this map is a little intensive on the resources. Oh, thanks for the sub, Brandon. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds like you had a busy day. Or a busy few days. Probably. Now, on the PC resources front, I just picked up a 1070 Ti. It's going to be delivered maybe Saturday. So I'll be swapping that out with what I've got now. Right now I've got a GTX 960 in here. And I don't know if it shows in stream or not, but there's times when I'm around the compost master there and times when I'm in town that my frames suffer a bit. I think they stay above 30. And I've got the stream set to 30, so it may not show over to you all. But it's definitely noticeable when it goes below 60. $5 a.m. in the tractor. That's a long time to be in a tractor baling, that's for sure. Were they round bales or were they little square bales or big square bales? We'll see if we can't maybe get that harvester out here when we run back over there to try to get some fertilizer. We're about out. Here, you've got three gigs of RAM. More would never hurt. Although, if it's DDR3 RAM, then that's a fairly old system. It's probably 3 to 4 years old, maybe. I guess it's not that fairly old. I mean, I've got 16 gigs in this system, but at the moment, oops, let me look, see what I'm running at the moment. So I've got 16 gigs, and right now I'm using 8. Oh, we're out. Okay. So I've got 8 gigs used out of 16, and I've got 4 gigs of memory on my graphics card, and it's using all 4 of those. So let's see what FarmSim is using on memory at the moment. FarmSim is basically using almost 3 gigs of memory in my system. So yeah, a little bit more wouldn't hurt. I basically say the new. It used to be that that 1 gig was, well, it used to be. I'm going to show my serious age here. Thanks for the sub, Under Sleek 500. So it used to be that you know, a system with 500 megs of memory was huge, absolutely huge. You never need that much memory. Or 256 megs of memory. That was just outstanding. You would be set for life. Then a gig of memory RAM became standard. You don't want to buy anything without a gig of memory in it. And then the new 1 gig was 2 gigs. The new 2 gigs was 4. The new 4 was 8, and that's where we are right now. So, good rule of thumb is if you're buying anything new, buy nothing less than 8. If you can, get 16. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Get it out here soon. Back up, and we'll go get some liquid fertilizer, come back and finish those fields off, and see if we can't get it going then. I don't know anything about AMD cards, so I'm not really sure how old that one is. You know, the 960 that I've got is still a good performer, except for maps like this in Midtown. They were both chewing it up pretty good. I get kind of laggy through here. I don't know if it's noticeable on your all side or if it's kind of smooth or not, but I get kind of laggy. But the 1070 is going to be like double the performance. You know, part of my problem is that I'm playing the game and streaming off of the same system, so I'm trying to do all the rendering and at the same time do all of the encoding to ship it up to YouTube, all off the same card. So there's areas where I get smoother gameplay when I'm not recording or encoding. Ah, good old bush hogging. Just get in there and just mow it all down. It's fairly smooth through here, but as we get up closer into town, we'll run into some more problems. No doubt. Let's switch over to... We see we got Beth today, working our plow. And our fertilizer, bulk fertilizer, will open up in 2 minutes. They'll open up at 8 o'clock. See if we can't get down here and basically be waiting on them. New maps. There is a couple new maps that just hit today. Not in the mod hub, but just hit on some other sites. 8 o'clock. And it's time to go. So over at modhoster.com, there was a new map called OGF USA map. So that video, I went ahead and recorded that video earlier today. So that will come out on Tuesday. Then on, then over at PCSG, a new version of Newbie Farms by Cavalier Roy came out. It was posted today. So I'll be posting a video of that one, probably for next Thursday. There is a new map over at maru.net. It starts with an S. I don't remember the whole name. Not sure if I'm going to do a video on that one, just because everything is in German. All the sell points are in German. Everything is in German. And it's a bit of a struggle sometimes to decipher and figure out what the heck is really going on those. Lone Oak is back in testing over with console testing. So fingers crossed that that will clear testing soon, and maybe, I mean, it would be maybe an outside chance that we'd see it tomorrow. Outside chance. But probably more closer to seeing it next week, assuming it doesn't have any other issues. I know it's German there, Rob, but you know what? That doesn't mean I know how to read German. Yeah, that's what I said, right? modhoster.com. Thought that's what I said. Hey, Raznik. So OGF is by one of the guys that was involved with Skeleton Farms. He was a member of Mappers Paradise. He has left that group, but he was a member of them. So there's certain things that you'll notice in OGF that were in Skeleton when I was doing those videos. It's over at PCSG. Did I misspeak that one also? PCSG.UK. Is Newbie Farm. I haven't had a chance to look at that one yet. But I do know that it's got some pretty good reputation of being fairly good. I did do a video of the previous version of Newbie Farm many months ago, maybe even over a year ago. But Cavalier Roy redid Newbie Farm for the purpose of being an early FS17 map. Alright, see you later, Haggard. Seems to work, but everything is still in letters. Liters, you mean? Oh, well, if it's showing up in liters, then it's not working. Oh, you know what? Alright, that's what it is. So the map, or the unit conversion mod is 2 mods. There is a companion mod that you have to download. If you read the description for the unit convert mod, at the bottom will be a link to the mod author's Google Drive. And in that Google Drive will be one of 2 mods. Well, there will be 2 mods. You need to pick one of 2. The description will kind of talk about which one is which. I think I've got like the American Units one in. Let's see. Let's see when we get up here which one I got. Scroll up. Man, you got lots of stuff in the log here, don't you? Alright, let's see here. So I have the US... Yeah, I've got the FS17 unit convert, and then I've got FS17 underscore UC underscore United States. Those are the 2 mods you need. Sorry, I forgot about that. So if you activate both of those, then it will work. The second mod has something to do with how it calculates, like how it calculates pricing and stuff, or maybe. I don't know. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me when I read it. So Reefy 1952. If you just search Reefy 1952 in YouTube, he's been doing some videos on the new Newbie Farm that you can see. He likes to use old stuff and do small scale farming. That was his take on Newbie Farm. We're going to finish fertilizing this out, then we're going to run back and see if we can't get that harvester out. Then we'll run over and fertilize that plowed field. And then we'll start the cultivation on that. And at that point, if we still can't get the harvester out, we're just going to reset it. Yeah, I'll type in the name for you. Or if Genetic J or Darren should have Reefy's channel pretty fast. Oh, what is it? Let me just link it to you. That'll be easier. There you go. There, double it up. I was faster. So that's a link to his channel. Oh, triple. Bang, bang, bang. We can never give Reefy too much publicity or referrals. He's also doing an interesting museum play on Willow River. Oh, on your chat screen, it came up you first, huh? Okay. I'll buy that, I guess. Huh. It's all fine and dandy. Oh, Beth is done. Thanks, Beth. I'll task you on something else here in a minute. Are you still on that map, Genetic? The, what is it called? I forget the name of that map now. Is that little one? Oh, we have pedestrians at the museum because the museum's open, I guess, huh? Herman's Eck, that's it. Small trailer with row crop tires. Not that I know of. Are you trying to use that conveyor where you lift them up off the field? If you are, you're probably going to have to run outside circles. Yeah. Well, sometimes you just have to eat the damage, I guess. All right. And for potatoes, we don't have any potatoes. Well, we could. There is a field that needs harvested of potatoes. At the top, if you click on mods, it should list the latest uploaded, I would think. There's only one newbie farm up there that I know of. Alright, let's see if we can't get... Newbie Farm V4 is what I'm remembering. Alright, well. I guess we'll have to reset it. No time to wait for it to dry up. All right. Hey, Pragmatic Bliss, what's up? Trying to stay out of the mud and stay out of these guys' fields at the same time here. There's that big field of potatoes. I think it's been redone. I don't know off the top of my head the exact differences. All right, John, thanks for coming by. Let's clean this up. With that read unit mod in animals that cannot do weight. Oh, okay. See if we need to clean up the edges down here. That's funny. They need someone to help you bail, and well, you just got done a whole lot of bailing. You're not really in the mood. So I kind of cheated on this plow. My version of this plow said it needed 250 horsepower. And I don't have a tractor that's got nearly that much. So I kind of went in and I made it only take 150. Because I think this tractor is rated at 175. So it fits my style of play of realistic-ish. It's realistic-ish. Right. Enough. Oh, well, you don't need your bales to catch on fire. What mod was I talking about? talking about the compaction mod. It's not private. It's just work in progress, and it's not a mod that I can give you the link to. But it's over at the Realmus GitHub. It's about all I'm able to tell you. Just because they don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry using it. They basically want folks that are kind of able to find it to use it. We are going to be doing some field prep, and we're going to be doing some harvesting. Because the fields that we are harvesting, we're going to turn around and put soybeans in here in the next day or so. Oh, their baler caught fire. Yeah, it's a work in progress, and you know, at any point in time it could change and really mess up your game save. Let's back up a little bit so we're not using fertilizer, and switch this to need plowing. Still show that. Yeah. Right now, I don't think it's working quite the way it should. So you can see the pink there where I've got the need plowing on. And so the pink is showing light compaction. And when I drive over this with something that causes medium compaction, it should change to a darker pink. But it's not been doing that for me. I think it's compaction. It's how it calculates compaction on the field isn't quite working right. Other things aren't quite working right. Like there's a way to add a in-tractor air compressor to inflate and deflate tractor tires from in the cab. I've got the code to work to show up in the F1 menu on a mod tractor. I can't do this because that's a DLC tractor. I've got to show up on a mod tractor, but I haven't been able to actually make it inflate or deflate. Yeah, I've heard about the weeds. We've heard that crops will be affected when you drive over them. They will deform and I guess move out of the way. Or like a spray bar, if you're spraying and you're below the crop, I guess apparently it will move. Alright, so we're gonna finish the spray in, get the cultivator hired out, and then get the harvester going. We're gonna harvest with course play so that we can focus on getting these fields turned around and at the same time getting that field harvested. Because last stream it took a fair bit of the stream to to harvest those 2 fields over there that we just got done fertilizing. Hey, this is where I really like this spray add-on. This whole section is turned off. These 2 sections are turned off because they're outside the field. So we're not wasting spray. Maybe we'll hear more about possibility of weeds on July, middle of July, just a couple weeks away. Hey, what's up, Kiwi? If I didn't say hey earlier. All right. Put this over here. Get back in here. So you got this, Darren, you got this working as a cultivator? Sweet. Who we got working? We got Dwayne working. Dwayne's doing our cultivation. All right, we're gonna leave the bale trailer over here, or the header trailer. And unfold. Make sure the swath is on. It is on. Trying to pull this up. Do field work. And it's field 2. Quick. To close this gate. And I love this interface. Field 2. Let's do 5 headlands because we got a darn fence. See what that looks like. It's good to me. Alright, let's disable the straw swath just temporarily. So we kind of try to open this up. I'm gonna go ahead and do turn that back on. It's gonna go ahead and do this one little pass manually. Just because I'm pretty sure we're going to end up banging into that fence post. What's the, oh, I don't have the 2100, do I? That's a, is that one that has the little fold-up sides? Now we're in the wheat. Our header looks normal now. When we were in that canola, it looked all weird. Sure, Bernie, it's fine. Yeah, this, this is more akin to what you would see. You would plant that thing right up there to the fence post. Anything else is wasted crop, wasted land. All right. Now we should be able to this thing started. Nearest waypoint and go to town. So this is field 2, 5 headland, grain harvest. Okay. Now. Do is first open up this gate. I'm going to turn off traffic. What is this? Empty combine and offload. Yep, that's the one we want. Let's head on over here. Conveniently, it's right across the street. Didn't do that. Stop. Back up a little bit. And we'll manually pick our harvester. And we'll drive. And we'll call this field 2, load to silo. And off he goes and does his thing. Let's see what's Dwayne doing? Dwayne, you're fired. Not doing a very good job. You got stuck. What's up with that? I will put a couple passes on this end. Dwayne will do that. Do that for you. Traffic. Where's he at? Let's see what the guys are doing. Bet you they're hung up on that fence. What's the deal here? I got wheat. Oh, doofus. He's got barley and I got wheat. Sometimes. Have you ever had all your vehicles be black like they're missing all of them? No. Never had them all go like that. I've seen an occasional mod like Flash black, or textures will flash black. I've never seen them all go black. Like I said, this will be a lot easier once we get that first pass done. What do you know? When you empty the wheat, you can put barley in the truck. Oh, thanks, Breaded Virus. Yeah, I know his maps are lots of console players are heads over heels for his maps. Personally, I'm not so excitable about them. But you know, it's mostly coming from the PC player having we just got access to more maps, so our expectations can be a bit higher. I think that's one of the reasons why I've never been super gung-ho for them. Get our truck back working. Oh, yep. Let's see here. Yep. Good. That. Alright, now we can go back over here. Get this cleaned up. Tow behind corn chopper. You want like an old chopper or a modern chopper? Because I mean, this one's pretty good. This one. Neither of them are. I thought I had a Lily tow behind. I know I had a tow behind. Pretty sure I used one on Churn Farms. At least for a little bit. No. Churn Farms, I had something that hooked on the front. Yeah, I might have had a Pottinger. I definitely used a pull behind when I was doing a single gameplay on Coleborough Park a long time ago. Well before I did videos. Well, what kind of how wide of a forage harvester you think you're going to get that's tow behind? And I don't think you're going to get a very big forage harvester that's tow behind. We got in here now. We got Barbara in here now. So like I said, I used D names for boys and B names for girls. So we have Beth, Barbara, and Betty probably. Why are the wheels jumping? Because it's on plowed ground, and I'm using the ground response mod. So plowed ground is rough. There's game sounds I gotta turn down here. We turn them up. Let's get in something that makes noise. There, you got game sound now. I mean, you should hear it now. By golly. By golly, gee willikers. What's up, the rubber burners? We're leaving nice little patterns in the field because we're making like 270-degree turns here. Let's see here. Need fertilizing. fertilize that anymore. Fertilize those after they're plowed. But Barbara has got the only tractor that can run the plow. Really? I'm gonna go park this. We're gonna park this over here by the pigs. And then we're going to pick up that bale trailer, bring it over here. Uh-oh, someone's going to get back into the vid business. That's a good deal. So did you hear about the ATS Big Dig thingamabobber event? I was just doing multiplayer on Trucker MP, but I hear that that as of late, all of the deliveries to that that event location are so backed up that there's like hours of wait. So it's not really something that I think is going to be very well used on multiplayer. I need to find some time to get in and do some runs. Just ordered me a 1070 Ti card. So when that comes in, I'm going to be trying to stream or record ATS. I haven't been able to do it to my satisfaction with the 960 that I got. Pick up cows once we have some silage after our grass grows again. Well, once we get full growth on those grass fields, we're going to forage them and put them in the blue harvest stores over there. It's right there. We're going to put them in there. Those are our fermentation silos. And once we get some silage mixed up, we're going to buy us some moo-moos. You know, I was thinking about doing one of two things with the current card. One, I was thinking about keeping the current card and seeing if I can't maybe run two different cards in the computer. Not for the purpose of like SLI things, because I know you got to have matching cards for that. But one card to do game rendering and one card to do stream and video recording. Support. So I had that idea to make the 960 a recording and streaming card only. See, this tractor is super loud. Turn that one down. So I had kind of a mind to try that. Although the 1070 Ti is going to be more than powerful enough to do everything without any issues. Yeah, the motherboard I got should actually have 3 slots for graphics cards. 3x16 slots. Trying to see if I can see the box for my power supply. I'm what you call a box hoarder. I don't throw boxes away typically for computer components, so I can't really see the box at the moment for the power supply to figure out what the wattage on it was. pretty sure I'll have more than enough wattage on the power supply to drive 2 cards. If I don't end up doing that, I might see about trying to pawn it off. It's got a little bit of value to it for somebody that's maybe got something even, you know, lesser, that would want a modest upgrade at a modest price. Bring this over here because we're going to start bailing here in a little bit. Once I figure that the bales are no longer going to be in the way. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can get up real quick and see that box. It's I don't know what it is. I can't really make out the full model number on the box right now. All right. So let's jump over to. I want to see if I can do this. I want to put another one of these down. Love it if I could put it under here. Won't let me. No, it won't let me put it under the building. I'd have to like place it in GE. I don't really feel like doing that. Let's see here. California. Here's the California. Place it here. Is it there? That. Or, hey, this would work even better. Bang. Bang! Alright. I have absolutely no idea, Fabio. No idea. I haven't even thought of that. This morning I wasn't even in the graphics card market. I got lured in by one of those marketing emails that you get periodically about sales. And I was like, So I looked at it and I thought to myself, well, for the longest time these cards were really out of my price range. For the longest time these cards were out of the price range because of bit miners and whatnot. But I think the price on the 1070 Ti is fairly reasonable. It was $479 with a $20 mail-in rebate, so that put the price at $459. And then it included a $20 Steam gift card. So it was kind of like, if you will, a $439 using some screwed up logic. Riley, it's due to the fact of how the field's laid out and how I have it doing the turns. So it's coming around clockwise, and then when it gets down there to that side of the field, it's basically got to do like a 270-degree turn, and clearly it can't turn that sharp, so it kind of butchers the field up a little bit. We'll come back later and clean it up. I got mine from Newegg, where I ordered it from. It was an MSI GeForce GTX 1080 Ti, 4 gigs. Seemed like the going rate for those cards was the going rate typically for those cards seems to be about $499, $489. So the $479 was a fairly good, fairly good price. Not a big discount, but the prices for these higher-end graphics cards have been pretty high as of late, thanks to Bitcoin. So we're going to go ahead and pick the same course that the harvester's on. I mean, you see these turns as it's trying to make. There's no way a harvester's going to make those turns. So it kind of gets a little butchered. Field work. All right. Get out. And we will get this one going. So we got, who do we got helping us out here? Uh, 1080 I think has 8 gigs, yeah. The 1070 Ti has 8 gigs. My 960 has 4. Let me get this bale picked up and I'll link you to it. Actually, Rob, you're in my Discord. I put a link into it earlier today. Put a link this morning in there. So after 5 headlands, this guy's going to make up and down passes. Looks like that's what he's doing now. Alright, hold on. We'll do that. No big whips. No big whips. That it? Yep, that's it. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Rob got it. I was looking up in the benchmark sites, and it looked like the 1070 Ti was basically performed twice what my 960 would do, at least from the benchmark ratings. That's basically how the TIs do. The TIs are kind of a half step as far as the generation of cards go. So it's like a they come out with the 1070, the 1080, the 1060, and all of that, and then the next iteration is the TIs, which in essence the TI version of the 1070 will perform about what the old 1080 did. The 1060 Ti will perform about what the old 1070 did, etc. And the 1080 Ti will obviously outperform the 1080. And then next year, the whatever it will come out, the 2080s, the 2070s, and they'll outperform the TIs and the 1080s and 1070s. So it's just a leapfrog. Yeah, well, the 960 I've got does the job until I start recording or streaming on maps like this or on Midtown. I really started seeing it on Midtown. I don't have any issues at all on Rathlin Island or Hoffbergman's pretty good. Rarely have any issues on mod maps that I look at. You should be able to do a Google search of like GTX 1070 Ti versus GTX 1080, and it should pull up some benchmark sites where you can compare the two. You can compare the two benchmarks. You might even be able to find some YouTube videos where they try to compare the two. Boom! I figured that was going to pop like that. I think that'll look good there once it gets covered. Let's turn around and go back the other way. I mean, I bought the 960 in May of 16. So I've used it for about 2 years, and I think the 960 probably came out the fall of 15, maybe. So I think the TIs came out last fall. Alright, Fabio. Check you later. And then, you know, also you're going to need a decent CPU to drive the graphics. I'm running right now a slightly older Gen i5, but I've overclocked it to 4.2 gigahertz. So the bulk of the system I built was back in May of 2016. This would be the first real upgrade that I've put into it since I got it. Let's see, who's finished? All right, the cultivator is finished. Get you. Let's turn around and this edge up. And I'm going to take you over that other field and get you started. Plowing. Yeah, you're pretty good there. 4.8 gigahertz. Is that an i7? I've got a 6600 K. I got it up to 4.5 gigahertz, but Windows started crashing on me, so I rolled her back. I'm just doing air cooling. Try to be nice and not drive on the guy's taters. Oh, get out of the field. Alright. Sorry, Rob. Well, it's more like $4.59 after your rebate. Come on, let's not get in the mud. We're in a rut. We can't get out. Got my wheels turned. There we go. Want to get out of the mud. Well, I was surprised. I ordered it early afternoon and it was shipped by mid-afternoon. And I checked the FedEx tracking just before I started the stream and it had already shipped. Coming from Indiana. And they said it should have it be here by the end of the day Saturday. What was your card before, Rob? You probably mentioned it and I just didn't see it. Ah, 770. Do you have the power supply to drive that darn thing? Trucks in traffic. Where are you at? Well, we're a little congested here. Alright, get over here and pick up some bales before we completely start running over bales. Rob, you'd have been really happy with my 960. Let's pick these up. Don't need a harvester getting hung up on one of those. Hey, Danish Thinker, what's up? 1080 at 8700, that's pretty good. Right? See if it's faster to go this way. Oh my gosh, 860. I'm going to be interested to see what I can do as far as video encoding now. I mean, I've been really happy with the 960 and its encoding speeds. I can typically encode a 30-minute video in about 25 minutes on Premiere using the 960. I know some others like Zorly. I thought he had a pretty good graphics card or cards. But I asked him how long it typically takes him to record a 30-minute video, or not record, but render, you know, edit, not just edit, but encode. And he was telling me like an hour and a half. I'm like, well, why is it taking you an hour and a half to encode a 30-minute video? I have no idea what his settings are, but I'm just using a 1080p YouTube preset on Premiere. And like I said, it's a little faster than real time. There we go. I don't think this is any faster than going down the main road. Yeah, my CPU's maxed out when I render, but I've got it set to use the CUDA, so it should be sending most of that compute to the graphics engine. I'll be curious to see if I get any boost in that or not. RAM's about $10 a gig. When I just priced out, I just bought an 8 gig stick for a system at work. I got it from Crucial. I know I paid a premium because I got it from Crucial, but I got an 8 gig stick for like 88 bucks. So I guess it's about $11 a gig. We were talking about memory earlier. This has kind of been the computer spec show tonight. Like my OBS right now, because I got OBS doing the CUDA encoding. OBS is using like 3% of my CPU. Of course, the rest is all graphics card. Well, Rob, they basically are the same technology. It's just DisplayPort doesn't have the audio channels. Well, we seem to have run into a problem here. Oh, thank you for the compliment there, Danish Thinker. I don't know if this is your first stream, but I enjoy. Thanks for joining us. Pick up these bales here. The harvester doesn't run into them. Thought we'd use this pickup trailer in this series. Haven't used it in quite a while. I don't think I ever used it in a recording video. A little bit of traffic there. Guys, we're coming up on our 2-hour mark. When I try to cut the videos too on live streams, just so that they're somewhat digestible by folks that watch the recordings later. So we'll be closing out here briefly. In fact, Rob, the DisplayPort, HDMI, and DVI are basically the same thing, except DVI can be either analog or digital, depending on the pinout. DisplayPort is basically HDMI without the audio. DisplayPort has the capability of, I think, doing some more data bandwidth than HDMI, but as far as performance goes, you know, HDMI and DisplayPort really just pass a video bits, and the display is doing some of the thought process there, as how I understand it. on my setup, I've got 2 screens on DisplayPort and 1 on HDMI. The next thing you know, you're going to want to buy some 144 hertz monitors running 1440. While we're over here, we need to water our sheep. Get our sheep some water. So. Oh my gosh, you did spend some money tonight. I should have gave you my referral number. I should have gave you a referral link. How many we got in here? 24. We're going to be a while before we fill that up with 54. I was thinking if we were close to 54, we would just keep bringing bales over until we got them covered. I'd say my big purchase next will be swapping out these 3 displays with either 120 or 144 hertz. These are 60 hertz, and you can really tell when you're doing something that's that involves some quick panning. So tomorrow night, everybody will be on the Valley of the Old Farm harvesting sunflowers. We've got 4 fields to harvest over there. Both of our sunflower fields and both of our corn fields are up and ready to harvest. There's several other fields ready to harvest, so we might just have ourselves a fair bit of activity on the map, all harvesting. Yeah, the way I do it, Rob, is I've got 3, and I use the middle one for gaming, and then I've got YouTube chat on the left screen, which you can probably tell. That's why I keep turning left when I got head tracking on. And then on the right screen, I've got OBS up, so I can see off to my peripheral, the preview of the stream in OBS. And both of the side monitors are close enough that when I'm looking at the main monitor, I can pretty much see the preview on both other screens. Now, when I was racing, I would race with the 3 screens, which would give you a much better field of view. You know, you can turn to your side a little bit and see the cars beside you. and whatnot. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and close on out. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night on the Valley of the Old Farm. We should have dry crop by then. We might even have dry crop now. As of 2 hours ago, it was still wet crop, so we didn't do our stream on that tonight. So we'll be harvesting sunflowers tomorrow over there, and who knows what we'll be doing over the weekend. I do want to do a little bit of ATS over the weekend. Heck, if I get that card in on Saturday and get it working Saturday night, we might ATS some Saturday night. Who knows? But until next time, guys, happy farming.